Welcome back to the Connected Pleasure podcast, my loves. I'm Kayla, your host. I go by she, her, hers pronouns. This is your second podcast of the day on day 4 of Open Cart Week. I'm going to try to keep this one short because I went a little long on the last one. So, this episode is going to be on if you are wanting to do this program or say yes to this program and you have a partner that you need to run this by because it is a big purchase. And maybe you feel like your partner would not want you to spend money on something like this. So, my first thing that I'm going to say to that is if you have a partner that really would not want you to spend money on your own healing, then maybe we need to chat about that. I'm not here to break anyone up, but I would hope that your partner is here to support you and your healing journey. And I know that, again, this is a big purchase. I do not take that lightly. I'm also not here to sell to anyone that this is like going to break the bank for them. I want you to feel like you have the resources to do this, and maybe it's just a choice of where you put those resources. So, that is the foundation of where I'm coming from. Yes, if you feel like you have a partner that would not be supportive of this work, there may be some bigger questions there. But I also know from a lot of clients that I've worked with that they feel like they need to, run it by their partner and which makes sense. Like, I also have a husband. Like, I would be telling my husband if I was going to be spending like $3 to $5,000 on a program for myself. And I also have a partner that's very supportive. And if we have the money for it, then, there's usually not an issue there. And I get to make my own decisions on things that I want to do, as long as, again, it supports our relationship and what we want financially moving forward. So I think it's interesting that, like, we as women have not really even had the ability to use money in the way that we want to for very long. We only got the ability to have our own credit cards in 1974. 1974. My mom was like 18 years old in 1974. So it it's just crazy to me that, like, we have not had the right to our own money in for very long. And so I think we are still seeing ripple effects of that, of a lot of women have a really hard time around money. I'm still, doing some of my own healing work around my relationship to money, and I completely understand that. And I think my program specifically is a program that is here to help you and your partner too. I think if you are having a hard time selling this to your partner, one thing that could be helpful is to tell them that, like, this would help our sex life. This would help us have better intimacy. This help us have better communication. This would help me be a better partner, a better mom, or better whatever role you play in your family, your household, in even at work. This is something that, again, ripples out into all the other facets of your life. So there is a piece of this where you have to make that decision for yourself of whether you feel like you are deserving and worthy enough to spend this money on you. And then to make the case to your partner, if that feels like a barrier to you, that this is also something that's going to be beneficial for them and for all the people that are around you. That when you rise in your own love and health for yourself, then that energy ripples out in tenfold to the people around you, that you get to actually give from the flow over of your cup instead of from an empty cup. And you get to give yourself some time and space to really understand yourself in a way that maybe you never have before. And that can have so many benefits, again, in so many different ways. So I know this is a hard one to talk about money, to talk about how a partner could react to the money that you want to spend for yourself. Again, hopefully we have loving partners out there that want to support you in your healing and to support you feeling good in your body and feeling like you can access pleasure. And like it's helpful for them too. It's helpful for them to have a partner that can speak about what they want and need, that actually desires pleasure and sex, that is willing to move through this hard journey to get to a place where you feel more empowered and more in love with yourself, more in love with life and pleasure. So, if that has been a barrier for you, I totally understand. And there are some tips there for how to move through that stuck point. All right. Again, I am so grateful for anyone that is consistently listening. So, I know we're halfway through this cart, and I just want to give you my full embodied gratitude that anyone that is following along with me and hopefully is gaining something from these episodes, that we're in this together. We're in it until the end of Sunday, and then and then this container will be closed. So again, if you are interested in my coaching spots, I have 6 spots available. The 2 early bird spots are still there. They're still available. You get $500 off the core coaching package and the VIP package. Core coaching package is usually $2,999, so it's $500 off. The VIP package is usually $4,999, and that is now $500 off for those 2 early bird spots. The whole package itself, again, is 6 sessions of teaching sessions, 2 integration sessions, 1 in the middle of the teaching sessions, 1 at the end. The bonuses are that you get the choice of another integration session after that, a ending ritual session either by yourself or with the group, depending on how many people actually sign up. You can also get a free or another week of text and voice support if you get the VIP package as your bonus. So you have those 3 options to choose from. Anyone that signs up for anything, doesn't matter what type of coaching package, or if you do pay in full or a monthly payment for 4 months, all those bonuses are available to anyone to choose from. Just obviously, the VIP one is only for the VIP option. If you pay in full, you get a free sacred playlist, sacred feminine playlist from me that helps you on your journey. You also can get 15% off at checkout on the ongoing support add on and the partner experience add on. If you are hearing this, it's going to be end of day or getting towards the end of day on Thursday. So unfortunately, consultations are probably no longer available. So if you do have any questions, though, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is kayla@connectedpleasurecoaching.com. So I'm totally open to anyone contacting me and asking me any questions, but there will just no longer be consultations available because they were only through today, Thursday, and that's today. So please reach out if you do have any questions. I'd be happy to get back to you. So again, I fully am so appreciative to anyone that continues to follow along, continues to listen, and is really thinking about for yourself if this is a right step for you. I am willing and ready and so excited to meet anyone that feels like this journey is the right next step for them. So, with that, I will talk to you all tomorrow on day 5. Take care.